What is up, YouTube? We're gonna do the military tag, whatever that is. I just saw my buddy Kyle got to it. Links to his channel in the description since I did get this idea for him. But I thought, you know, let's just throw this one up. Military tag questions. Why did you join? Impulse, for the most part. My grades weren't there, so I probably wasn't really interested in higher education at the time. I didn't get a wrestling scholarship, and I come from a pretty poor family. You know, getting like the water turned off, the heat turned off growing up. So it's like, I would probably be more of a burden on my mother if I stayed and she had to pay for me as opposed to just joining and doing that. So, I mean, a lot of it was impulse and running out of options, but but I'm really glad I joined. It changed my life for the better. You know, I take school serious. I have a 4.0 GPA in college. Well, okay, one class that my teacher screwed me on, I got a 3.7. So, why I joined? I guess for a better life, and it worked out. What branch did you join? I joined the Navy, Usnavi. Why did you join that branch? Me and my buddy were originally... Alright, first of all, I want to address this. If you see the scruff, I'm on leave, right? I know there's going to be dumb comments about it, but I'm on leave. So, why did you join that branch? Me and my buddy Mike, we were originally going to try to be Navy divers. Turns out I was not good enough for that. So, time's running up, and I'm about to, you know, hit this extension where I would just ship off as like a pack seaman, and I took Navy corpsman because my recruiter was looking out for me. He's like, hey, you know, go be a corpsman. I was like, you know, what's that? And I had asked one of my buddies who I worked with, he was in the Army, and he kind of like, oh, it's like 68 whiskey, it's kind of like that, you know, you do all the medic stuff, even though we're not medic, it's different. So I was like, F it, yeah, I'll go. I'll do that. Yeah, that's pretty much why I joined that branch. If I didn't join this branch, I probably would have went Marines. And that's because before I didn't know how great the Air Force have it. Looking back now, Air Force is probably like the best option overall. Just, dude, they let their like E3s go live in apartments out in town, so. Are you active duty, National Guard, or Reserve? I'm active duty, I'm on a 5-year contract. Corpsman is 5-year, there's, you know, it's all a variable on what your job is, on how long your contract is, but I gotta serve 5 years active, and then it's up to me if I want to re-enlist, go reserves, or just get out. And when you get out, you're inactive reserves until you hit your 8-year mark for everyone who's joined the military, which just means they can call you back in times of war. But yeah, I'm just active for right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future. How long were you in DEP? Now, my DEP was probably longer than most people, because if you guys saw my other videos on how I got disqualified from the Navy originally, let me see if it'll focus, but I had a lot of surgeries on my shoulder due to wrestling. It started in 8th grade. This kid tried hip tossing me, locked my hands from behind him. When he went, my arm popped out, and then every time it dislocated after that was me shooting low singles, and he'd sprawl back and put my arm. So I had a lot of surgeries, so I couldn't really get into the military right away. So technically, DEP, like halfway through my senior year of high school, but realistically, just the last 3 months before I left, like last month of high school is when I DEP'd in, because it took so long to get medical waivers. My medical shit was like this big that I had to send into Tennessee, man. So yeah, like probably like a couple months. When did you join? August 2014, so right after high school. That's when I like left to boot camp. How old were you when you joined? I was 18, I'm 21 now. I just turned 21 like a couple weeks ago, so that's neat. How tall are you? Now, it's funny because like when you look at the military YouTubers, right, and you see JT suits and he's this like Goliath statue of a dude, and then you see like me, Archie, and Drip, and we're all 5'6", and it's just gonna be funny because me and JT, like, we're buds, and we got a bunch of video ideas that we're gonna do together, and one of them's wrestling, right? So the size difference is just gonna look really funny. What rank are you right now? I'm an E4, so that's a petty officer 3rd class in the Navy. Where are you from? I'm from a suburb like 20 minutes outside of Chicago. Where have you been stationed? So obviously boot camp, Great Lakes. Then I went to hospital corpsman school in Texas, which was San Antonio. Then I went to FMTB, which basically trains you to go with the Marines as a corpsman or an RP, and that's in North Carolina. And then I originally chose Chicago. Now hear me out. Everyone's like, oh, you chose your hometown, your first duty station. Like, I got that shit all the time when I checked on this command. But originally, I was dating a girl that I was dating in high school for 2 years. And the plan was to move back and see her, right? So she had other plans. But I will be going to Cali next month, and I will probably end my enlistment there. What is your job? I'm a hospital corpsman, so basically just the medical enlisted of the Navy. There's tons and tons of specialties. You can do, it's way too diverse to really sum up, but just to give you a general explanation, it's just medical, right? What have you worked on? Patients, I guess. People. I think that's questions more geared towards people with like engineering trades, and they'll be like, oh, I worked on this jet, or you know. Have you ever been deployed? Not yet. I went straight from training to a shore command, so right now I'm just seeing sick patients like a normal clinic. How long is your contract? 5 years. And how long are you going to stay in? I have like 2.5 years left ish, somewhere around there. So if you guys want to make your own little military tag, I'll put the questions in the description. Go check out Kyle Gott's channel, and I'll see you guys.